Moin moin and hello, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We left off plowing the field in the rain and it got more rain, so yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We'll be in the wets. Also, we need to send a worker. They just finished sowing a field and I forgot where it was. They're there. They didn't finish, but the sowing finished itself. The contract finished, you know how that works. So where was the next contract? I think it was one where they need to go. So we're gonna send them here, send a field work, and then we're also gonna look if there is more jobs. Also, quick note: I have installed precision farming, but not activated it. I'm reading some conflicted reports on the Reddit and on the forum that the yields are really bad when you install it onto an existing save game, and there are some problems with some mod maps here and there. So I'm not gonna install it yet because we planted the stuff and the money means a lot to us here. So I don't wanna screw us over and then we don't have money anymore in the end, right? Like that is not the goal of this series. We need that money from the harvest. So I would say we wait till the next harvest. So it's 9th of May right now, and I hope maybe there comes an update in between. If there's any update coming in between, I'm obviously gonna reconsider, you know, if maybe there's some advice or help how to do it, and then we can see after that. So I need to forward the time again because I left the game sitting a bit to get a little bit of the shader cache done, because you know when a new update comes out you always have that shader cache problem where it needs to rebuild a shader cache. So we have done that already. And I'm going to get the plowing done and then we will go back to the farm. Unless there's more contracts popping up. There's a mowing contract. I don't know how long the rain holds. Yeah, I saw that one coming. I don't know how long the rain holds. But yeah, depending on that we might be stuck doing nothing. Or just do the mowing contract, you know, rain or not. We will have to look. Okay, I'm gonna get the job here done and then I'll bring you back in if anything of interest happens. Like me drinking my coffee. So, cheers. So we're done in the mud. I had to adjust our helper a bit. He was planting wheat because I didn't reconfigure it. And yeah, well, let's see if it will finish the contract or if we have a problem there. You can see it's very, very muddy. We're leaving some deep, deep ruts in the ground. Oh, I mean, they're not that deep yet, right? I could adjust it in the XML to be a bit deeper, but do I want to? kinda, yeah. At the same time, though, it doesn't feel, how do you say it? That realistic in Farm Sim. It's not like in SnowRunner where the physics are like made for it, right? Like in Farm Sim, it got added with the afterthought to it, right? So it's not like a 100% implemented feature. It got added. I mean, how many farming sims are out? I think 12 was the first or something like this. It's very, very old game already. So yeah, it took a while till they added that feature. We are at 44,758, different topic. We need to talk about what is going on. It's raining buckets. We are going to the shop real quick. Gonna spray off the tractor for a little bit. Or do we need to actually? Yeah, we need to. Okay, we're gonna spray off the tractor a bit even though it's raining. I don't know if it cleans off the dirt completely. I think it might. I'm not sure. But depending on how long it rains and what else we have to do, we might have to do a little bit more stuff in the on the farm with the tractor. So yeah, we're gonna get to the shop, spray the tractor a little bit, get some dirt off, and then we will hopefully have more contracts to do after that. Actually, I just remembered something. I installed the mod for seasonal prices, so we could check, maybe flip something, you know, like buy some corn on one place and sell it to another, or even store it and then sell it later on. Maybe we make some money, you know, like just corn as an example. There's many more other crops, obviously, that you can do this with. But yeah, would we, like I said, if there's not much to do, like now, there's some mowing contracts, but maybe a little bit of a different thing to do. So yeah, let's have a clean on the tractor, and then we'll drive to the farm and pick up the trailer and then see if there's something to flip for us. So arrived at the farm. I was about to say arrived at the shop. We need to get one of them sprayers for the shop. And no, I'm not doing the push of shame. I don't know if you've seen when Farming Simulator 25 came out. This is new that you can push this, right? You couldn't push this before. It was Station in 22. And yeah, people didn't know you can push this onto a trailer. And then people... I think they didn't know you can put it through the building system. You can also do it in the construction menu, right? You can put it on your farm. But, you know, I would, for example, push it home. But yeah, there was some funny pictures from people pushing it all the way from the store in Riverbend to their farm, which they had to use the ferry for and stuff like this. It was very funny to watch. So yeah, let's get the weight clean. Then we go off back to the farm, grab the trailer, and then we also need to get that roller that is still parked here to our farm at some point. So I need to not forget about that. So, arrived at our farm. If you haven't seen this in the episode before, I redid the whole thing. Almost the whole thing, you know. I put a sheds here. I know they're not aligned perfectly, trust me. It bothers me as much as it does you, but this was the best possible way of putting them. So I had to compromise a little bit. Would I have loved closed sheds completely? Yes. Was it in our budget? Hell no. We are... Oh, wait. I didn't know you can do this. I think I figured this out in the episode in the last episode, but I forgot about it now. So there we go. You can attach that. You can double plow. I think you can attach some, maybe a seeder or something there. It's a 3 linkage. So there is that. Let's get this trailer and then have a look what is for sale and where. So I'd like to see if somebody's selling canola. I can buy canola here. I cannot sell it for a profit right now. I could buy it and then sell it for a profit in 2 months. So there's that. Is somebody they're selling that corn? Somebody selling corn? Oh, for 400. Wow. Okay. You can make, you see, you need to look out a little bit. Nobody's selling that. Grapes. Grass. Green beans, long rice, nobody is selling that. 611. Nope. Well, I'm gonna take a closer look at all the products and then bring it back in once I find something that might be worth flipping or actually buying and then keeping. Like look at the soybeans, right? Could buy a huge amount of soybeans and just store them, and then we could sell them when they are... Oh, we have a year of wait time. We kind of missed our window there. Okay, well, I'm gonna figure this out and then bring it back in. So, I haven't found anything, to be honest, that would be worth flipping. Everything is kind of like, we paid a little bit too much money for it. We would make too little profit of it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We will park this, but we will sell everything we have on the trailer. Because I saw goat milk is in a good place in terms of pricing. So we'll sell the goat milk. I know I could make goat cheese out of it with these tiny factories. But I think they are too small in terms of cycle a month. They take forever to produce something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna park this trailer right here. We'll take the Deutz and then we will load the rest of the flour. We should have maybe even some in storage. No, we don't. Okay, perfect. We'll load this up on the flour And we need to stop the sunflower production oil for the sunflower. Wait, oh yeah. Deactivate, because this costs us money every time this runs, even if it doesn't do anything. What is with our worker? Our worker seemed to have finished. Okay, I'm gonna take over for a second, and then we will need to figure out if we can finish this field or not, because they didn't do the thing in the middle. I think you can see the stripe there. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna check this out real quick. So, we finished the sewing. Was this stripe here in the middle that we missed? Turn this off. And do we have to pick it up and then fold it? Is it folding? Oh, it takes a moment. Okay, it was taking a moment. I was a bit too quick for it. 5K in the bank. That is nice. Any other sewing contracts? I would love to do some more. We got a hoeing contract instead of a sewing contract. We don't want that. And stone picking and grass tethering and mowing. I am not doing the mowing contracts now. It's a bit too rainy. We are going to drive this home, and then we're gonna continue with our... the loading of the products and then bringing them away, because I think the prices are relatively nice right now. So my plan did not think about that we need a place for the cedar. So it's gonna get a little tight here next to the trailer, and then we also need to find a place again for the other trailer. It is a little bit tight. It's not enough for all the machines, but it will do. We'll get it done. There we go. It's not too bad, right? We'll drive a little bit over that curb there. Drop the cedar in there. And then we can park the tractor right next to it. And I'm thinking of selling this one here. And maybe buying a new used one. Because it has over 50 hours. And you can see we just repaired it the other episode. And it's already breaking again, and it's quite expensive. It's like 4,000 something to repair it every time. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna get the pallets on the trailer, including the goat pallets, and then we will go and sell the stuff. Well, that looks adventurous, you know? It's holding. You can tell me whatever you want. I saved it, okay? I'm so bad on the controller. It's so much easier when you have a joystick and doing it. It feels so much more natural with pedals and a joystick, because you can just, like, you know, in the head tracking, because you can move and look around inside the while in the first person view, and get a better perspective, in my opinion. Let's see how much these have. Do they all have the same amount? 1,000 liters. 1,000, and it has 400 liters. So we're probably gonna leave the 400 liters and take the first two pellets, because they're a lot of money. So I'm gonna put them on top here. Driving on the neighbor's field. It's the neighbors, right? Yeah, okay. They don't know. They don't live here near close, so they live somewhere in the city. They will just come back to see some tricks on here. Unless you tell. I'm not telling. Are you telling? You know what happens to snitches. So let's get this on here. Drive back to the trailer, where you might ask, why did you just get the trailer here? Why should I? You know, I can just do this. And I know I will lose a pallet probably on the way and be like, I should have listened. You know, but like I did before, I was like, oh, I can triple stack this. No, you can, but you shouldn't. Okay, yeah, that's on there, obviously. Really, really good. That bush is thoroughly in the way. Need to get, I don't want to get rid of it, but I want to move it to the side somewhere. Oh, need to get rid of it in order to move it. That's how Farming Simulator works. We cannot just move it. I'm probably going to lose this barrel onto the pallet on top somewhere. So we're gonna drive back to the trailer, hopefully, with everything on here. I doubt it though. I'm gonna put this on the very back here of the trailer. So let's do that. Try to, at least. Probably I'm gonna lose the top barrel, the top pellet. Not a yeah. This is yep. That went splendid, did it? I'm so bad at this. At least, like I said, with the controller is a completely different story. I mean, what is happening? The pellet does not want to go where I wanna go. Where I wanted to go. Wait, we need to go backwards. Maybe we can scrap it on the floor a little bit, and it falls into the fork. Ah, there we go. And then we can put it on the trailer. Yeah, I still got a lot to learn, but at least with a controller. Maybe we would need to record some sessions in the rig at some point. And then, but there will be no webcam, so yeah, there will be no face cam going on. Because I need my processing power for my head tracking. So let's park this over here. Also need to give the goats some water. I saw 900 liters was left. Not very much. Enough for now. But I still need a bit more. Let's park this here. Go into the other tractor. There we go. And then tie up. Oh, almost lost the back thing. And then we are going to... Where is the goat milk? Where should we sell the goat milk? Need to have a look. Goat milk at a dairy. Yeah. We need to go to the dairy. And sunflower oil at Sisico. I might need to use super strength there. And then the flour at Castle Nord. So yeah, it's all everywhere else. So we're gonna go to Sisico, sell the sunflower oil. Might need to use a bit of super strength. I mean, you know, I try to use it as less as possible, but sometimes it's just not a thing and we have to do what we do. If it still lags sometimes, might be still pushing a little bit of shader cache, but yeah. Alright, let's get there. So, if you're squeamish and you don't like the use of super strength, you might want to look away now. Because I have to do this. Otherwise, it will sell all the stuff here. And you know, I try to do everything without super strength, but, you know, sometimes you just can't get around it. It's gonna be the same with the goat milk. We're gonna drive first to sell the goat milk because they are the less pellets, even though Castle Nord might be closer to us, but we are going first to the dairy. Dairy? Dairy. The dairy is something else. Can be many things. Where is that? I can't see it. Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay, got it. I saw it. It's on the left side of the map, at field 109. About, like, plot 109, I should say. There's no field there, so... Yeah, let's get there. Gonna take a moment. Part of the map here we've never been to, honestly. Have we ever been here? I don't think we ever looked at anything here. It's time for a map tour, honestly. I keep saying every other episode, oh, we should look at the map a little bit more, and then I don't do it, but yeah, we should definitely take a look at the map a little bit. Do I have to sell it there? I don't think I have to sell it there. That's for loose product, so we are going to park the tractor here. I know it's not the best parking spot, but it's the best parking spot for us right now. And then I'm gonna do again. If you're squeamish, look away. We're going to use super strength. There we go. Another 3,000. Thank you, goats. And another 3,000. Thanks again to the goats. That was that. And now we are going to bring the flour. Where do we have to go for the flour? Right now. 652. Is this Castle Nord? Is that the train? That is the train. I will not use the train. I will go... Okay, I should have sold it at Sisico Express. Ah, well. Back to Sisico we go. Oh no. Everything is falling off. Well. So we arrived at Sisico. Oh, no, not Sisico. Kochi. I don't know why I keep saying Sisico. I got no idea. It's definitely Kochi. So let's buy... let's sell our stuff. If you wonder what happened on the back, I don't know. The the straps were off somehow. Oh, there was some loose stuff anyway. 645 we get here. I know we could get a couple cents more on the other thing, but that's fine. There we go, 5,100 overall. It's not too bad, actually. It's not a... sorry, I'm gonna get sued, aren't I? It's not too bad, honestly. 5,164. I mean, we got a bit more. It's 5,700, 5,800 almost. So, counting the one that sold on its own. So that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad, honestly. I need to get used to untie the things first that I want to sell before I drive into the sell point, just in case something is running around loose. So yeah, let's get back to the farm and then we'll see what's up next. So before we call it a day, because I don't know if there's any more jobs up, I haven't looked yet. Before I do any of that though, I want to go to the goats and give them water, because they definitely need some. They have plenty of food. They just need a little bit of extra water. And I can't wait for the other goats to mature. And then we can see how much goat milk we actually are getting. If the whole area is populated. We can also get rid of this patch here and put something there. Maybe, how about the grain silo from over here? But like I always keep saying, I keep forgetting to do it. I'm serious. I have a save of this save game. I just need to do it and move it over, because right now it's empty. It's the best time to do it, right? Before we have anything in there. So yeah, let's fire quick at the tanker. Huh? Got the problem. There we go. That's it. And then we can leave that there already. I don't want to drive over our field. I drove over the neighbor's field already. But that's okay, you know, it happened. We also have our corn header here. Our sunflower corn header. I completely forgot about that. Need to get that over at some point. Probably after we done the sunflower harvest. Even though I would like to get it cleaned before we do that. So, we are on the mud spots on our property are quite deep. So, any jobs left to do for us? If not, we'll just go in the next month, because I have nothing to do otherwise. There's one fertilizing job. I don't think I'm gonna drive there. It's next to the sawmill. And then we also have a wood transporting job. How many logs are these? 19. It's not too far from here, and it's right. No, maybe we should do that, right? Like, let's do the wood transporting contract. It's not far. Doesn't take too long. We're relatively quick at it now, so let's get everything set up. I'll use this tractor, and good part is I can just drive a little bit in here now, and since we have all the tools and stuff here, even though it doesn't look like it, they're all in the bucket, trust me. We can now put the poles in the back wall on. There we go. Zip. Now we have a wood transporting trailer. Just like so. So we're gonna drive this there, the tractor, and then it's behind. Is it next to Sissiko there, or it's at Kochi? I mean, I don't know. I keep saying Sissiko, but it's somewhere there. So yeah, let's get there quick, and then we will also get the Deutz there. Oh, look, it's over here. It's right here. So we could technically then. Oh, we have plenty of space here. This is nice though. We don't have to worry about the space so much. I think if we park the trailer right next to it, or pretty close next to it, maybe the other way around will be better, so our tractor is not in the way. Oh, a little bit tight turn here. A little bit on the back of the trailer there. So let's do this. And then we reverse it, and then we can just turn to the side and drop the logs in here. Like so. A bit in the bush, and then we need our our Deutz. Yeah, we might need to get I would like a more modern tractor with or actually, you know what would be even better than that? A telehandler. We could get the Merlo, which could then in turn also do some farming stuff, so, you know, it's not too bad. Well, let's get to the... Oh, I need to change the... I need to, wait, the front attachments are at the shop, right? I forgot the lock fork is at the shop. Well, I'm gonna get this left here at the farm and then pick up the fork, the locked forks from the shop. So arrived at the shop, need to make a little bit of space. The roller is in the way, so we need to put our weight down for a second. Move the roller. I know you're gonna say you have a hinge on the weight. Yeah, it doesn't work, sadly. I don't know why. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Absolutely possible. But sadly it doesn't work. So yeah. I don't know if I just said it in German before. I'm confused. My brain is a little bit cooked today. A bit of stuff happening over here. So let's attach our lock forks. Come on. Not like that. And then take that back weight with us again. Because we're needed. And then we drive back into the city to near Kochi, where the farmland is there. Oh, I missed my turn. Damn it. So we're back. I just thought about something. We are going to start loading from this direction, because we kind of push then the logs up the hill. So what I want to do is I move the trailer a bit forward in this direction. Because otherwise we're going to push them down the hill and we're going to start losing them. I push this a bit in the way there, but it's gonna be fine, hopefully. Not too bad. Let's get into the Deutz. Move the logs, and then we need to also... How was it to unfold them? I think like that. Was it? Yeah. There we go. Get them unfold. And then we're gonna start from the... just from the bottom front. Oh man, that bush is gonna annoy me. That's fine. The tall grass is also not helping, so, you know, it might be time for a telehandler at some point. I mean, not that it would change any of the facts that I just stated, that the grass is annoying here. But, you know, it would help. Let's squish a bit together. There we go. Did we get 3? Ah, yeah, the third one is just about on there. It might fall off, actually, when we do now our lifting part here. Yep, I knew it. Called it. Called it. So I'm gonna push it forward. Why is it pushing it so weird? I'm gonna push it forward in the hopes that we can reach just enough over the trailer here. And then we can pick it up against the trailer, which will make our job a little bit easier. There we go. Let's let that fall. There we go. Push down a bit. Push it a bit to the other side. Well, okay, I should change the perspective. That's what I mean. My perspective perception is really bad in the game if I'm not having a head tracking. And even then sometimes it's still tricky. I know why that is the case here. It might be just to do with, you know, my neurodivergent condition that I have called ADHD. I don't know, or it's just, you know, I'm just bad at it. Guessing what perspectively something is. But in a 2D space, which this is not 3D. I'm not wearing a VR headset. So, you know, it's a 2D space, which makes this a little bit more challenging, at least for me. Speaking for myself here. You might, your opinion might differ. So let's lift the forks up, and then we are... oh, okay, I did all of this for nothing. No! Put it back! Put my logs back where they belong. You know, push forward the logs. Yes, there, okay. And then, no, drive backwards, pick up the fork fully, and then, there we go. See, it's a pain in the neck for me here. Alright, I'm gonna get this done in the next episode. Yeah. I'm serious, we need to do this on the next episode. I'm gonna be way over time. I'm an hour 15 already. Because, you know, there's stuff that takes a bit longer to do, like the first job that we did, the plowing, and then I'd take over the seeding. But mainly is all the fork work, the pallet fork, the fork lifting here now. It just takes me time on the controller. Like I said, you can't see the controller. On the controller, if I sit over there, I don't know, can't be seen, right? Like if I put my hand here, no, my hand just disappears. Okay. Yeah, here's a steering wheel over right here that I'm touching. You can see I can turn it. If I'm sitting at that, that's pretty easy because I have a joystick there and you can move the the ARM relatively easy. Okay, before I get lost in a ramble, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe for more videos like this one, and leave a comment down below your thoughts on the series and what else would you like to see game-wise or series-wise. If you have any ideas, I appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and we see each other in the next one.